Yo guys, I am back with some more Sofera. This time I I entered the world and noticed a bunch of items here, like the world was cursed or something, and I'm not sure how that happens. I might have corrupted the save. I have a odd suspicion about corrupting my world every 5 seconds, and I don't know what I did to be this paranoid about my save data. Of course, I do know I have my worlds inside of AT Launcher. I have multiple duplicates of the world, so I'm never 100% sure if I'm on the correct one. We will just assume that I am, and if I'm not, then it will be part of the canon. It'll be like Marvel, you know? Anytime I mess up, I'll just switch over to another world and be like, oh, look guys, this was the original world the whole time, so it's 100% saved, and then I'll have some time machine as part of the lore that allows me to switch between worlds. We're gonna have to, of course, protect the time machine, so let's build the time machine as an actual thing. We're gonna make the time machine out of quartz, I guess. Do I already have a nether portal? I don't actually think I've made the nether portal yet, surprisingly. That's usually one of the first things I do. I'm a little bit speedrunner coded. Guys, I do not believe you have been able to... I might be suffocating the villagers right away. That could probably be a thing to consider. Actually, no, that's ridiculous. They're just stuck there. There's no way for them to possibly die. I don't know why half of this is missing. I refuse to build it. I'll use it as some kind of excuse to say the ship is damaged. But we'll go to the nether today. I think that's a reasonable goal. And then we'll dig to the bottom of the world to make our time machine. That's the goal. Inspiration, I guess we can go off of Stampy's time machine. That's not too far-fetched. I probably won't use glowstone just out of the fact that I don't see it as being futuristic. The sea lanterns are a more realistic option for a futuristic device. Oh, and I could make it massive too. I could make an epic time machine. The time statues, or no, not the time statues, the time structures. I just make 7 random structures around a centerpiece, and then I return there every single time I want to change something about my world. Why am I dedicating a whole structure to a concept of like cheating death and cheating my mistakes? I guess there's no cheating death. It's not some kind of hardcore world where I have to reset everything and then I can oh guys, it was just a bad mistake. I didn't mean to do this. It's actually just a ridiculous concept because I can't keep track of world save data and I keep getting scared. I could have it as a monument for something else, but for now, lore-wise, it's a time machine. I'll pick up water soon, and then I don't have enough iron to justify traveling a bunch of blocks to move obsidian with me or lava buckets. So I am probably better off going for diamonds and then manually grabbing it. But I could also go for broken nether fortresses. The broken nether portals. There we go. The ruined nether portals. That's what I was trying to say. If you haven't noticed, I've been trying to practice speaking without the whole time. Because as a YouTuber, I just did it. As a YouTuber, that's pretty convenient skill to have. Just not making random sounds during recording. Lava pool right away. That is very convenient. That's another problem I have. I'll pause in the middle of speaking and then I'll continue my sentence like 2 minutes later, and by the time people know what I'm talking about, I'll have already started talking about something else, and it'll be a whole thing. I'm really bad at speech, if people weren't aware. I don't know if that's a natural thing, or if it's just me. Can people confirm this in the comments, please? And while you're down there, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. the YouTube stuff. Okay. I've stopped killing pigs because Technoblade. I think that's reasonable. It doesn't add any variation to the world, so I do think that it's like it's a good excuse to avoid a single entity and just leave them be in peace. Because Technoblade died, he saved all the digital piggies. Yeah, I'm just getting blocks to build the portal a little bit better. Like, I want to do the speedrunner portal so I don't have to get diamond. I might also get a new mic because condensers aren't that great for your vocals, apparently. It's more or less for music, which is the original intention that I had for it, but yeah. And a soundproof room would be very nice as well, but there's a nice little heating room door. It's, you know, nice little metal door between me and a heating room that powers on every so often. So that's, can I hit the 1 pixel? Forget it. Wait, is that enough? So I have this. No, it's not back. It's forward, and then you do that, I think. Maybe. Look, Mr. Piggy. Well, I messed up, guys. I made a mistake. I did it wrong, so it's no longer a speedrunner portal. It's just a do it as fast as I reasonably can portal. We now have a new problem. I'm pretty sure I ran past a bunch of gravel. I just never decided to pick it up. I think the water back here has the gravel. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. How do we fix this issue? Very simple. We don't. We go look elsewhere. Guys, I know I say this every episode, but please, if you care about your well-being, if you love playing Minecraft, get Distant Horizons. It's the best mod in the world. It doesn't ruin the vanilla experience. It just adds one of the best optimization features in video games that has existed since probably the 90s. Okay? Level of detail is very important, and you really don't need that many chunks. I could probably crank my chunks down to 2 chunks, and the game would still feel semi-playable just because of that fact. Now, I don't know... No, not false. I don't even have it on. What am I doing? Oh god, my computer's dying. Quality preset, high, and then balanced. Okay, now, what's my FPS looking like? See, you guys don't even notice. Okay, you can kind of notice. I guess the sweet spot would probably be 6 chunks, so that it has some distance to actually fan it out, because now you can barely tell that that's LODs. It does need a minute to load in all this stuff, though, because that's disgusting. No, but it has to load out of the hard disk space. It does take a bit of hard disk space whenever it's loading in the LOD'd areas. Or at least that's what I've noticed when looking at the files. It looked like it was taking up a bunch of hard disk space. We can now grab quartz like I wanted for our little time machine and get some soul sand for the villager farm. That's pretty convenient stuff, I would say. If there's a nether fortress nearby, I do not oppose going inside it. I do oppose, on the other hand, going very far to get it. I don't know if I should update to the newest version. I guess it's the only thing that makes sense if I'm trying to do a real survival playthrough. I do remember having the issue of, or not real survival playthrough, but like a progressive world that exists for many, many years. It would be pretty convenient to have like update showcases in a world that I actively play, just so I can go and be like, oh, this is the new adventure. Because once I beat the Ender Dragon, it'll be more about building things and... Hi. Sir. Oh yeah, I have a golden helmet. Sir. Bye-bye. I said bye-bye. Ooh, I might end up resetting my nether before I get a new world. Before I update, I mean. Because at that point, I don't have to worry about... Okay, the mist is so cool. I forgot what shaders I have, but I love them. I keep getting distracted again. Yes, I'm going to reset my world before the new update so that I have a better chance of finding ghasts and stuff. The happy ghasts, well, the dried out ghasts. And then I can get them for my home. Event marker has been... Oh, okay, yeah. I set M to be an event marker. which is kind of pointless considering I don't want to mark any events at the moment. And I actually don't know what the event marker does. I assume it's just a convenient tool when you're editing replay mod clips to know, okay, I pushed the button because I thought this would be a cool clip around here. So this is a cool event, quote unquote. But it could also very well have a functional purpose like, oh yeah, we'll automatically split this video right here. Just make sure you push M at a good time. I found a good mineshaft. I don't know if I want to go into here and look for loot or if I should go out and find a... Why do I have a wooden pickaxe? If I should go out and find my house again. I do believe I know the actual direction. I don't think I'm lost. I could just jump... Wait, can I jump down there? That's water, right? I think that's water. That's a downside to using shaders. They do tend to make the terrain look a little bit... Well, if you get bad ones, they make the water look very, very different, oftentimes to your detriment. Is that always a bad thing? No, sometimes the clear water looks real good and it's worth it. But at this point in time, it was definitely a mistake. Let's hope that skeleton doesn't take interest into me before I'm able to get up here. It did take interest in me, but I was able to get up here, so win-win. Well, win and then not so lose because I still won type of deal. Is that even enough quartz? I just grabbed 36 quartz and called it a day. That was so silly. I need at least a stack of quartz blocks. Like, this is going to be massive. I can already dig out the area that I want the time machine to be in. That will be what we do this episode, and then next episode it'll probably be a multi-parter, because I doubt that I'll be able to make the time machine in just one episode. I do think that this is going to be a little bit of a... Okay. Then it's pretty obvious where it is. It's literally right next to the village. I could do a tiny marker, but I'm lazy and I refuse. But no normal person plays Minecraft on 6 chunks. I mean, I assume playing on 6 chunks is the reason why that many mobs spawned in at once. But other than that, it already is just a much smoother experience. 70 FPS, stable pretty much. 75. Obviously, my graphics probably don't help that. I did not pick the best graphics settings at all, or optimize, nor do I feel like optimizing, but I don't have to. YouTube can only pick up so many frames, but here's where the clear water looks real good, because like the normal Minecraft water, you can't look down at the very bottom like this. I mean, you can, but it doesn't look this clean. Also, the outlines. I absolutely love the outline effects. This is my favorite part of the game. Adding outline effects. No, it's one of my favorite features of the shaders because outline, a nice little outline makes it feel very stylized. Of course, if I went for flatter colors for the actual terrain and like the blocks and stuff, I do think that I could make an almost anime, or well, I didn't make it, but I could make it look like that using the other person's shaders. I don't know if I can just link other people's stuff. I probably can. It'll be in the description. Look, buddy, look. Hey, look, bro, it's not that serious. Okay, sir. Was that necessary? No? Yeah, so maybe relax next time. Yes, we're digging a hole straight down. That is the goal. The goal of the goal. Putting a hole in the floor. I don't want to do it under my little face man. I forgot his name. Poor dude. I just know he's a dude. He a dude. Putting it under the water could be very cool, because I know in, like, I used to have a Minecraft server with some people. I don't anymore because they, people turn on you really quickly. That's pretty fun. But I do like the idea of digging out a chunk and then having like a pane of glass between a huge water piece. Now, of course, the ideal case is you don't have water there and you add the water after the fact. But I think a few not a few sponges. F3G. This is a very not small area, but I think that this is a manageable area. I do think that I'd need 4 chunks to see all the way down. Now we can do it in one chunk. One chunk will be good. We're going to make this huge. Absolutely massive. And better yet, I think it might even be worth putting it right next to the land. Right here, and then having it cut out. Be like a little cutout on the land section that you can look down into. It just veers off into the abyss. Let me just dig out each corner. I want to get a shovel and maybe some dirt blocks or something. Yeah. Or to fast track it, we will just go to the very bottom and start there. That's also an option. Did I just put the soul sand there? Yeah, I think I just put the soul sand there because I couldn't find any more in my inventory. Alright, I wanted a shovel. That would do me nicely at this point in time. I don't need the seed because I already have a good farm. I do need to harvest it at some point, but when your manual, like your semi-automatic method is already good enough, you don't need to focus on it. Like the chicken farm, a good lava chicken dispenser could be on the horizon. I'll make a McDonald's, guys. I'll build a McDonald's. That's what's going to happen. The Sofera Donald's. No, we need something a little bit more pizzazz. We need an original restaurant. Foggy's Fries. There we go. That's the restaurant name. That's going to be built whenever I decide food is becoming a problem. I'll look into making actual designs for the stuff I make at some point in time. Maybe one day in the future. Foggy's Fries. Would you eat there? Let me know in the comments. Now, it's kind of stupid digging down at 2 hearts. I don't know if this is a good idea at all. But who's gonna stop me, right? Who gonna stop me? Somebody probably will, but ooh, I could make like 2 layers of the device. Guys, I have too many brain cells defibrillating. My brain is in overdrive right now. Thinking of ways to make the time machine. Oh, lovely. Now, do I think I can just start already and get the... Nope, we want to go at least 1 up. I don't know if there'll be any more unpleasant depictions of bedrock, but they're... Oh, do I go up another level, actually? To prevent bedrock from being visible at all, just for convenience sake, if I would like the opportunity to go up or down by 1, it could help to have that as an option. Oh, and the hole right here serves as a really good spot for me to prevent leakage. And the also very convenient fact that we have this down here allows me to do that one. This obviously does not do us any good with our current water source, but once we go back down with a nice little bit of kelp, we will be in and out of here with no issues. I, of course, need to dig a second hole. Probably on the other side like I did with my, with the other server, but oh well. I mean, that's another funny thing, how you can kind of incorporate your life into the lore of a world. And you can reproject failed events or just, you know, bad things into a better representation of what you would have liked to happen. That Loki looks futuristic as crap with the neon lights coming out of the left side and then it's like split in half. This could be like a synthwave animated wallpaper or something. Well, crap. Where's my stuff? Did it all really sink down that quickly? We can only give you 7 XP back out of your 3 million. I don't think I actually had 3 million, but Cursive Binding or Blast... Nah, Cursive Binding just because of the fact it doesn't have Mending. If it had Mending, that would be very annoying. Vaporwave. Boom, boom. That's so stupid. There has to be a better method. There's probably some proven method to where if you have your right click on a metronome, you can accelerate at like 3 times speed, like 4 blocks per second. Some crazy stuff. That is one thing that's very erratic in Minecraft, the vertical movement. I don't think that it's capped out properly, aside from, well, like, of course there's falling limits and stuff, but I don't think it's capped out in the same way that horizontal movement is. You can, in fact, be a little bit less fortunate. You can, in fact, manipulate it a little bit more. But that is the end of the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye. Do all the YouTube things, and